Thank you for the follow, Mr. Hody. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. And hello. It's Thursday. We're back. And we're at Monaco. This is going to be a fun one. Now, Monaco has such a rich history with Midwest F1 League. We got a little bit of snippets for you a little later on in the stream as we work our way through. But it is going to be a fun one here. We're on round 5 of season 6 of the Midwest F1 League. Nearly 2 full years deep in the existence of what we are. And I'm hoping that everyone's going to have a good time here tonight. I'm really looking forward to what's happened. Monaco never disappoints in the Midwest F1 League. It's been around for so long and has such a rich history. And I'm just pumped for what we're going to see. Mystic Joker looking for another win here. He's a man who has a plan when he comes here, and he's really good at putting that plan into place. But he's also up against a man that seems to be just as quick, if not quicker, on some tracks. Ryan Rods, both those two sitting 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship this season. We'll bring that up for you in a second. But other than that, hello, chat. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday, and hope we can make it a little bit better as per usual. And as per usual, I'm joined by my, I forget the name of the Pittsburgh, not a Pittsburghite, or a what?
Yinzer.
A Ninzer?
Yinzer. Y-I-N-Z-R.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
My Yinzer comrade, Shelly the Turtle. How you doing, Shelly?
I'm doing great. We're in Monaco again after skipping last season. Shout out whoever made the schedule last season. I'm sure people weren't happy, but we're back. It's going to be midnight in about 2 minutes, and we're going to be rolling through the streets of Monte Carlo.
Yeah, night race. That's That's what we do here in Midwest. We always like to run the night races in Monaco. It brings people back and it keeps things interesting. It makes an absolutely gorgeous layout of scenery going through the streets of Monaco. During the day is beautiful, but during the night is gorgeous. It takes it to the next level, and that's what we try to do here in the Midwest F1 League. But without further ado, we are about to get into the lobby, so we've got a couple more minutes to get through everything before we start seeing some qualifying times here. But you good if I kick it to the schedule there quickly, Shelly?
Kicker.
All right, so here we can look up and see what has happened in the past few races in the Midwest F1 League in Division 1, as well as to take a peek at what is coming up in the future. Today is May 26th, so we are in Monaco next week. Shelly and I will be going down to Division 2, and we'll be checking out what those guys can do in the 2 sprint races in Portugal and the United States. So that'll be a major swing week for those drivers down there. A scrub 60 as well with the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It does not go unnoticed. But what are your thoughts heading into this one there, Shells? It's going to be a good one, eh?
I mean, it's going to be a good one. The qualifying is, of course, the most important part of the race, in my opinion. Don't qualify well here. You got one shot in turn 1, and that's about the only place you can overtake pretty effectively here. So, should be a fun one here.
Yeah, everyone knows how tight it is, and this is the last time we're going to be doing this with the old cars. Is next time we'll be in Monaco in Division 1. We'll be getting the smaller cars, the more updated 2022 vehicular. So that's going to be a fun one in the future. But we are in the present right now, and in the present we see the Division 1 Drivers' Championships. Scornsey, which he is known as now, I forgot about that, leading the way with Ryan Rods. About one bad race from Scornsey behind, and Texas Speech having a very consistent season with a couple of podiums to his name in third. Looking at that Drivers' Championship, who are you impressed by there, Shells, and who are you not impressed by, to keep it simple?
I'm impressed by Bacon up in P4 early on in the season, and Bacon he's usually a top 10 finisher, just on that border of 10 to 12, and he's definitely put it up there this season. Who I'm disappointed in, Will Ans, the teammate of Bacon, ironically, down there in P15, trying to chase down these guys, but just hasn't had it click so far this season.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. That was kind of two ends of the spectrum for the Aston Martin team. They're very consistent and very close together, and it just looks like Bacon's having the better of it so far. I'm going to say that a little bit of Cake Thomas and Jack are kind of a little bit lower than I anticipated. Cake Thomas being so consistent and having top 5 finishes in the past 3 seasons or something like that in overall points. So he's got to get a move on if he wants to try and keep that going. But he's got a lot of really quick drivers that he needs to get past to do so. Edgar being one, Scavney being so consistent, just missing out on the Drivers' Championship last season. So it's going to be a tough way through, but we know how tight and short this calendar is and how things can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah, especially with the 9-race calendar and 3 sprint races. Every race does matter a little bit more this season. So,
for sure. We'll quickly get into the Constructors Championship, but it looks like we're going to have Mitch Burns, if you want to jump on board with him. There, Shell, and you can take us around Monaco here, but leading the way is Alpine, the teammate of Scornsey and Elma Jacko, followed by that dynamic duo in the Mercs and the Red Bulls up there as well. So McLaren, a little bit of a disappointment, but it is what it is. But we'll get on board with you there, Shelly.
Yeah, Mitch Burns going down, and he's going to come up through Beau Rivage and into Massenet and throw it in the Casino Square. I want to keep it in 4th and put it down to 3rd through here. It can be very tricky. Hit the inside wall and hit the inside wall, and bounce around very easily down to Mirabeau and down into the hairpin that's famously known here in Monaco. Should be fun on the next game with bigger cars. That shouldn't be fun. Portier and through the tunnel section that is wet when it is raining here in Monaco. Surprisingly, comes out here and he's going to go down into the Nouvelle chicane. Very easy to invalidate here.
As well as to clip that back left tire on the wall.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that myself, and I blamed JC for that. Through to back, and through the first set of chicanes, and now going through the swimming pool. That exit curb there is not very friendly to the
Leclerc corner, if you will.
Yes, I am stupid. That's not this track. That's Baku. Through Anthony Nodes, and that's going to be the end of the lap here for Mitch Burns down the only DRS straight here in Monte Carlo. 110 flat. That's a pretty solid banker lap to have here this early on.
Yeah, no, not too bad. He went out and he put in a good time early on. We'll see how much that sticks. Edgar going into the mid 109s. Murph and Sally going to the late 110s. We're going to have some times flying all over the place here pretty quick. Looks like we got another Haas next over with Impossible Bacon just behind. So we'll see where those two will wind up. And then I believe it's Tiger NASCAR up over the line going fourth, just behind, or half a second behind Mitch Burns. And now it looks like we're going to get Scornzy's first time of the night. And we'll see if he's going to be able to take pole. No, he must have made a major mistake somewhere, but he's going to reset and go for another lap here. His teammate Jacko, followed by, I believe that's Troz. Yes, it is. It goes fourth. Another McLaren, two McLarens actually. Edwin and then Smith Pell. They come over the line, and Smith Pell goes 8, and then a Red Bull, and then we're going to get Day starting a hot lap, and that is quick 14 times into the book, and one is going to be improved with Mystic Joker, and we'll ride on board with him throughout this entire lap and see what he can do. He's going to work his way into the tunnel, and this is where you... Now, we got to check. Do you get the fastest speed here in the tunnel, or do you get it down the pit straight?
I believe it's down the pit straight, but I'll look into that on my monitor.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on that one, but we'll see. Mystic Joker, of course, having such a good history in Division 1 and in Monaco, and Division 1 as a whole. The guy has absolutely ran the show since he came in all the way back in Season 1. And things have been getting tougher, and he has even admitted that it's not as easy as things used to be. And going into the late 109s, I really think he is not going to be happy with that right out of the gate, but it is a banker, and the banker that's put him third so far.
Yeah, the speed trap is in the tunnel section, so I'd assume that would be the fastest part of the track.
Oh yeah, good point. We'll see what Dace maxes out at here. He goes second as well. Looked like he got to like 179. That's pretty quick.
Yeah. I don't think I expected Dace to be up there in P2. Has not ever scored points here in Monaco in Midwest, so nice to see a new face up there.
Yeah, true enough. But an early look here, Ryan Rods is ahead of Scornsy currently, but he's still got a ways to go. But wow, 15 laps in already. Everyone is wanting to get bankers in. We have the last 5 drivers. Will Ann's the first of those to start his hot lap. Full 20 driver grid. Only one missing this evening, and that is Yolmir, who is the longest standing, who has the longest tenure in Division 1, all the way back in Season 1 before Mystic and Jacko. Ray E46 is actually in the Merc seat for Yolmir this evening.
Yeah, Ray reserving up from Division 2. Very well put together driver. Definitely has improved his pace over the last 2 seasons, as I've noticed. And hey, he could challenge for some points here tonight. Again, if you reserve up in Midwest, you score better points. So nothing wrong with him reserving higher up, trying to get some room on that Division 2 championship fight. And we'll be there next week too, Crash. You want to tell him about that?
Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. We got the Division 2 sprint races that we're going to witness and admire and see how that goes. Will Ans is going to come over the line ahead of his teammate in 11th, Impossible early on in 14th. We're going to have another time from Super Ninas in another couple of seconds here. But yeah, Portimao and Coda are the two tracks that we're going to be witnessing next week. So that'll be a kind of a little bit of a different feel, but it'll be fun. It's going to really show how consistent these drivers are from track to track. There's only one shot qualifying in the sprint races, so yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, sprint race weekend was tough, as we saw in Division 1, and I think it could be even closer in Division 2. I might say. Yeah,
true enough. And Division 2 is quite fast now. It's been getting quicker and closer every season. We're seeing guys that are former Division 1 drivers kind of somewhat struggling now. But we've got 17 times set here. Still waiting on the last 3. Cake Thomas was on a hot lap, but he has opted out. And Cake has... Did we look back at his history? I can't remember.
I have some history on Cake. I can share my 2 cents. Cake has finished, I believe, his first race here was season 3. He has finished third twice here.
Oh.
So, yeah, podium man here if he can get in a lap. But, Monaco is always tricky. Not the easiest place to get out of hot lappers. Yeah, you have a couple runoffs, but that's about it. So usually people get blocked and have a nice scuffle in the chat later. But hey, it's part of the fun here in Monaco.
It wouldn't be league racing if there wasn't that. But I'm on board with Ryan Rod's here, and he goes into the mid 109s. Edgar did improve on his initial fastest lap into the very low 109s. Still not the fastest qualifying lap overall on what I have on the track picture information here, but still pretty dang good.
Yeah, GSR guys taking the top of the timesheets again. They're up there early in the session, and now they're clawing back their victory. Oh, Texas Speech went P3. I didn't even notice that. Good for Tex.
Oh, yeah. There's just so many times they're just flying all over the place. But it seems like everyone's doing a really good job of getting out of the way here in qualifying. Impossible Bacon, he just came over the line in 8th. Jumps up ahead of his teammate now. Will Ans is up on his time, and he's going to go... Whoa, he's actually going to crash out. Who is that leaving the pits? Very mistimed, unfortunately. Not his fault, but Will Ans was hugging that inside line and crashes right down the pit straight. And I think that was Smith Pell that came out of the pit and threw off Will Ans, and that was just really poor timing.
Yeah, unfortunately, as I said earlier, not the best start to the season from Williams, and it doesn't get any easier here in Monaco. He's going to start P14 at the best, but I'd assume that Scavney and Jacko and Arrow are definitely going to get ahead of him at least.
So we got the two Alpines going to set a time now. We have a ghosted tire left on track. Scornsy did come around and was technically on a hot lap, but he did not go at it right away. And there you go. Dace going into the 109.2s. This guy's looking pretty quick here in Monaco. We can't count him out. And whoa, Scornsy gets really loose. Heading out of turn 4, nearly loses it, and that'll be the end of his hot lap again. Still sitting in 6th, still haven't put in his 100% effort into a time, really, and we're starting to run out of time here, Shelly, for Scornsy.
Yeah, he's trying to keep that two race win streak alive here in Monaco. Finished first in Season 3 and Season 4. Would have been the triple crown, but unfortunately, no Monaco in Season 5. Whoever made the schedule, I hate you. And Season 6 is trying to make it 3 and 4 calendars here.
Yeah, so that's going to be really tough. His teammate El Majako going really deep as well, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to improve on his time, and he is completely out of deployment. Actually, he does improve on his time. That's just because his first one was so poor, and the wily Australian is really struggling here. Ray finally setting a time going 111.8. Not where he was hoping to go. We got a couple Ferraris coming around the line here, but Scavney is way off his time, and the other one is into the pit. Actually, Scavney improves by 0.02 of a second, really. We'll just round up for him. But yeah, Dace and Edgar sitting 1-2 right now. Ryan Rod is close, but not quite there. Texas Speech as well. Troz, he's in the ballpark, and Scornsy struggling. And those are the only drivers that really look like they can compete with those times right now.
Yeah, I apologize. I was trying to pull up the lap record here in Monaco. I'm trying to find what the Quali record was qualifying. I believe last season it wouldn't have been D1. They were in the wets for qualifying. The only time I've seen the wets in D1 here in Monaco of the 4 races we've had. I'm trying to find what the pool time was last season.
And now Aero Racing Design says, hey, don't forget about me. I can go into the 109s as well. He goes up ahead of Scornsy and pushes Scornsy one more row back in the qualifying order. So things are looking fairly bleak right now for Scornsy.
Yeah, last season, or Season 4, my apologies, the fastest time in Midwest F1 was a 109.6, set by Mitch in Division 3. So that time's been blown out of the water. That was a 109.2 from Dace here tonight. I wonder if we'll get anybody in a 108.
So Peter GH says, definitely not tuned into the stream right now because I binned it in Rascast in my second qualifying run.
Shut up.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's not here for that reason, so whatever reason that you're here for, Peter, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we very, very well appreciate it.
Whatever reason it may be.
Yeah, we never know. We just work here, man. We get paid the ends of the bread loaf and a glass of spoiled milk every week. So
yeah,
we work up here.
So wow, Mitch Burns is so very close to Edwin. 0.004 of a second separates these two. We may see at one point a potential qualifying tie, and Ray is actually done with his qualifying. He's retired in pits, it seems.
Oh no, that's not what you want to see for a driver reserving up. And P19 and Nina's might get him, might not get him. We'll have to wait and see. That's somebody around at Mirabel. That's an AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I'm on board with Mitch Burns. Funny enough, that's the whole time that went through. He's actually on his in lap here, and I think that's it for his qualifying. I don't know if he'll have enough time to get in and get out again.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Edgar's starting a flyer. He just invalidated his hot lap.
Yeah, so we'll see about him. He seems to be the guy that could potentially go into the 108s as well as Dace. But like I said, we still haven't seen the best of Scornsy. And we'll actually get on board with him the whole way through and see where we can find him picking up time from his initial slower laps.
Oh, Nina clips the barrier. He clips the barrier. What is that? That's out of the back. His whole front wing is gone. So he goes through swimming pool, and he might DNF here. That's not good.
There's a lot of cars up ahead of Scornsy here, and hopefully they can all get out of the way. It's so tough to get out of the way here in Monaco, like you said before. There's 2 Alfa Romeos in the tunnel, and Mystic's hunting one down, and hopefully he doesn't catch up to him. Can't tell who that is ahead of him. Oh, that's Rose. Okay.
The Rosebuds.
He does get out of the way.
Edgar's qualifying is done. He's retired in the pits, or he's gone in the pits. Oh my gosh, Ryan Rides is up 2.5 tenths through sector 1.
Oh my goodness. So wherever he was missing, he's definitely banked now, but he's got to get through the rest of the lap. And actually Mystic let off there. Or sorry, Scornsy let off there. Oh, what happened to Ryan Rods? He completely lost his time.
I'm not sure. All I saw was that Tex is behind him and trying to set a hot lap, but with a little over a minute and 40 seconds to go, you got to get back around very quickly to set another time.
It looked like Scavney might have clipped that back left tire. He did do a little bit of a spin there.
Oh, Bacon invalidates out of swimming pool. He was up 2 tenths. It's tough to see.
Where's Texas Peach? Does he have a chance here? Looks like he's still pushing.
Yeah, this lap.
Oh, no.
No, he's done. That's the person.
Ryan Rods comes around for another attempt. Scavney's going to come around for another attempt. We're starting to run out of time here. And a collision with Tiger NASCAR, and Edwin is going to give him 5-place grid penalty. So currently sitting in a pretty decent spot with Tiger NASCAR in 11th. Now it's going to be pushed back to at least 16th. That one hurts.
Yeah, that's got to hurt. Oh, Ryan Rods is going to encounter some traffic here. Nina's gets out of the way. Very good, very good.
So I think Scornsy actually chalked up another lap. But it's not going to look like he's going to be able to get around for another attempt. This is it for Scornsy. We'll see a Sector 1 splits here, and he is way off of his time. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get around track for another go.
I don't think he will, and that's going to be unfortunate. I'm just trying to find somebody on board. I think Rosie and Tex are not on the flyer. Who is? Ryan Ross is come around the final corner here.
Ooh, Bacon goes 5th, and we'll jump on board with Ryan Rods, but a very impressive time from Bacon there. Now, Ryan Rods cannot get the job done. He will be able to go at it once more.
He is not on a flyer. He is done.
No, he broke it down. Jay Cassidy is invalid. Oh, Jacko hits the wall. Mystic into the pit. Murph and Shelly into the pit. Aero Racing is currently up on his time, and he can swap positions with potentially Scornsy and Troz.
Edgar's currently up 4,200 coming out or coming through the tunnel section. So that might be a challenge to Dace for pole here.
I'm going to watch Aero Racing Designs finish on this lap, and he does jump up into 5th. So that pushes several drivers back down, and purple goes Edgar through Sector 2. We got the final sector he needs to nail here, and he can take pole in the ever-important Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah, he was up almost 2/10 there through final corner. Oh, just misses out. Oh my gosh.
He took pole.
Yeah, he has smashed the qualifying record for about 6/10 here. Yeah, that's a pretty good time. Jeez. 109 flat. You don't see that too often, guys. Especially in elite race. That's a time right there.
So Mother Ellie is saying that Scornsy had a purple sector too, but one guy didn't get out of the way. Ouch.
Beauty of Monaco right there.
Oh, goodness gracious. But this qualifying was not what I was expecting here, Shelly.
No, but hey, it can lead to a fun race, and I think that's what we got on our hands.
Oh, I completely agree. We'll go through the qualifying order once more for everyone here. Things are happening really quick. So we got Edgar up on pole, taking it from Dace in the last lap. Ryan Rod's second row, sitting third with Texas Beach beside him. Aero Racing Design with Troz in 5th and 6th. Impossible Bacon and Scornsy 7th and 8th. Edwin and Mitch Burns rounding out the top 10. Into the back half, we see Scavney, Tiger NASCAR, Smith Pell, Elma Jacko, Cake Thomas, Murph and Sully, Will Ange, Jake Hast, Ray E46, and Super Ninas is going to start 20th. So we're going to see probably some different strategies from those guys in the back of the pack. I mean, you kind of have to risk it here.
You got to risk it for the biscuit. I don't think you can pull off a one-stop tour. I've never seen that done. And maybe go on the hards, but you might have pretty bad race pace. I think I haven't raced around Monaco in a while. I think you can do soft medium. I think that's the way to go, or it might be just soft medium. I believe it's a 2-stop.
Yeah, I'd imagine it being a 2-stop, but we'll see who's going to be playing wing change simulator here this evening. Of course, it's gonna happen to someone, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't, but it always does. But I mean, it's gonna be fun here, man. It's gonna be fun. I think you know what? I've got the Division 2 Drivers Championship here, and we can take a peek into that quickly and see what is to come. Oh no, never mind. I did not update it. I had it. I moved everyone around, but I didn't actually update the points. But crap. Well, shit happens. Oh, but. I mean, yeah, this is going to be a good one here, man. Like, Monaco's so much fun here in the Moose F1 League. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that is very true. But Crash, I'm getting a little parched up here in the booth. If only I had a drink. Do you have any recommendations, Crash?
Oh, well, I mean, man, you're in the States, so it's really easy for you to order Raise Energy. And when you do, make sure to use MWF1 at checkout for 15% off your order. It just makes it so much easier and so much cheaper for you, man. You really got to get on that stuff. I mean,
what was the code? MWF1?
MWF1, Midwest F1. MWF1 at checkout, 50% off your order. And yeah, that delicious and no crash, no sugar Raise Energy can be all yours. Be sure to use !Raise in chat. And that'll bring you right up to a link and the store to their page where you can go check out all of the good, delicious flavors that Raise Energy offers.
Yep, we lobbing up these sales pitches every week. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, while we're getting into our sponsors here, we might as well get into EPOS Gaming, !EPOS in chat. That'll bring you right up into the EPOS store, where you can use that link and purchase all of the good EPOS gaming products. The headsets, the mic that you hear me so gorgeously sound on right now. And they're all there for your pleasure. Super Punch 50 with the follow. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you can enjoy the race. You tuned in as good of a time as possible. We got a couple of the quicker guys a little bit down the order here, and it's going to be It's going to be tough for them to work their way through, but if anyone can, it will be Scornsey. If I'm a betting man there, Shelly, you can do it.
That's pretty good odds if the sportsbook has gone down since this qualifying has ended. Maybe throw $1 on Scornsey and have it turn into the Force to won the Kentucky Derby. It's like 80-1 odds or something.
Yeah, exactly. But we got a couple of pre-race questions that I asked some of the drivers who were very enough to answer my questions. The first one here, in your opinion, what sport has the best athletes in the world? And text-to-speech and Cake Thomas both thought that, Jacer Nacer and text-to-speech both thought that American football had the best athletes. Matt is actually now Tro's there, Mother Ellie. But do you agree with that? I don't agree with that, to be honest.
I think the most physically demanding. I think that's a fair shout.
See, now when I think best athletes in the world, I think of the athlete that is able to do as many other sports at a somewhat competitive level. And when I think that, I do not picture at all an NFL player being able to step on skates and fire a puck at net. You need to be able to skate, and you need to be able to stick handle. Two completely different things.
Bo Jackson did go from the NFL to the MLB for a brief period of time. So did Deion Sanders. He went to the MLB for a little bit. Yeah. But going to the basketball side, Michael Jordan did play for the White Sox in the 90s. So
yeah, he was terrible. But I mean, yeah, that's baseball. I'm talking hockey here, man. No athlete that's never been on skates before can just jump on the ice and probably not even compete in beer league.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's a fair shout. I don't think I'm even going to fight you about that.
Well, thank you. I'll let you take away the race start here, Shelly, if you're up to it.
Cake and Super Nina supposed to get drive-throughs. 500 lights and away we go. Dace gets a massive lead on Edgar as we go down into St. Devat. Coming through, looks like everybody has gotten through clearly as I file down the order. We're going 4 wide in the back of the field. Not sure what happened back there. But Dace leads from Edgar, Ryan, Rod's, Text, and Arrow. Didn't really change down there. Rosie, Bacon, Scornsey. I think the top 8 has remained relatively the same except the lead change. Some moves going on in the back of the field as they're going through Casino Square side by side down at Mirabeau. Is there anything else that you saw that I did not? And somebody's in the pits. No, somebody is in the pit straight.
Ooh, yeah, we come around the hairpin Mystic Joker for a moment there. Looked like he had Bacon, but Bacon was able to swing it around the outside and nearly had Troz on the way back. Dace has already worked a second gap up on Edgar there, and yeah, someone's coming out of the pit, Super Ninas, or he hasn't even started. I think he's parked on track.
I think he gave up after the drive-through. I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to get out of the way for these guys in the back half of the field. Maybe some wheel issues. Not sure.
Yeah, you just got to put your head down and keep going at this point here. Safety cars are very likely here in Monaco, so things can definitely change. He can definitely get his way back into this. But looking at the position changes, Will Ans has already moved up 4 spots off of race start, and he is also on the mediums too. We have 3 drivers already into the pit. 4 drivers. I'm assuming that'll be wing changes. And the positions are going to change even more after that. But, I mean, solid look to Will Ant here. Right on the back of Jacko and already picking up 4 positions. And he did that before the pitting as well from these other drivers.
Is he the biggest winner?
He is the biggest winner so far.
Well, he's tied with Tiger NASCAR up 4 places. And the biggest loser down there at P17 is Scavney. Down 6 spots from P11 and Quali.
Yeah, a lot of those drivers were having to pit though. Now he goes to 7 back, so that's a really tough go. And he actually got overtaken by Murphy Sally coming up the hill. But Dace still holding that 1 second gap on Edgar, keeping out of DRS range, which we will get at the end of this lap.
Yeah, only 1 DRS zone, and got to make it count here in Monaco. Got to get a good run out of Anthony Nodes, and down the pit straight, got to make sure everything's coming up Millhouse, as they say.
I think. Oh, what happened to Troz? Troz is pulled back off to the side there.
It's like, well, no wing damage. Maybe just maybe there's wing damage that we can't see that he can't cope with. I'm not sure.
Potential the ghostly side pod damage.
Could be. That's a very good point. Nines is still causing yellow flags.
I think that was him. Yeah, he did serve his drive-through penalty.
What is going on? If you want to hop over Super Nines, doesn't have either front wheels, and is driving into the barrier. This might cause a massive crash here, with the drivers coming up the hill, as he is not ghosted, has left the session, and is continuing along the track.
Oh my!
I hope his car comes to a stop soon, but he's coming around the apex here. Oh, no, he's pointing straight.
Oh, hopefully he can get around that corner before the other drivers get there.
Oh, please go in the runoff. Oh, what is happening?
Oh, yeah, hopefully he just goes straight into the runoff here. But he is on the good side of the wall right now for the drivers coming through. Troz does pit, so maybe he did have a little bit of phantom wing.
Oh, what is happening? Oh, he's sideways. Oh, please just go in the runoff. Oh, yeah!
Okay, he did go into the runoff.
That's awesome.
That was pretty. That was scary. That could have really changed the race.
Oh my.
Okay, but they have gotten rid of his car now. No safety car, so everything is okay. Chaos avoided. These front 6 drivers, nearly 7 now, are all separated by over a second, and it just shows how tough Monaco is to gain and close gap on drivers ahead. And it's so tough here, man. It's so tough.
Yeah, definitely one of the more physically demanding tracks on the calendar, along with Singapore, in my opinion. Just if you have some early wing damage, just got to pick it up and keep moving. It is Monaco, after all. Everybody else is on the same track you are. It's not uneasy for anybody else. So.
Yes, very good point. Very good point. Texas Speech looks like he's closed some of that gap to Ryan Rods, but not enough to be able to warrant a pass. Does get fairly tight, and Scornsey does improve on his time on his fastest lap here, but he still has a long way to go, and he needs to have some sort of luck to be able to get some positions. As right now sitting in 7th, this is really big for Ryan Rods, as Ryan Rods is 2 seconds back of Edgar, actually. So maybe a little bit of weakness in some of the armor of these faster drivers is Monaco.
Yeah, as you said it before the stream, not many leagues run Monaco, and if these guys have to practice for, let's say, Austria this week, and they have to practice for Monaco, I think they're going to practice for Austria instead. A lot of people don't like Monaco. So.
Yeah, just take your chances in Monaco, really.
Yeah, really.
Mother Ellie believes that Troz is really lagging out here. We'll see if we can see anything. He is down at 15th, and he does look good so far.
And not as bad as Nines. That was probably the worst thing I've seen so far on this game.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and Scornsey's actually under pressure here from Edwin. He is able to edge him out.
I'm not sure if Mitch Burns has damage. Oh, Texas gone. This is awful. It looks like Mitch Burns is okay. Did ram the back of that McLaren coming out of Anthony Nodes, but looks to be okay as he goes up the hill towards Boulevard.
And now Impossible Bacon has really closed that gap as well to Aero Racing Design, but will that lead to anything? I mean, you'd like for it to, but it's just so tough, and you really got to make an unbelievable move to get the job done here.
I mean, hey, Bacon has not scored points in Monaco in the mid. Oh, my apologies. Season 4, he got P8. Oh, and I messed up my whole notes here. Season 3 got P10, and Season 4 he got P8. So 2 positions every season. This lines up pretty well with the charts.
Yeah, so Scornsey's still struggling here. He initially had over a second gap on Edwin, but now Edwin has closed it. I wonder if he may be dealing with a little bit of wing damage or phantom side pod damage here.
It could be, but I think all these drivers are hoping for a safety car. Maybe minimal damage to most of the field. I could not tell you, but definitely a tricky bone to pick.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But Jacko, he's down there in P10. Scornsey in P7. Fun fact, first time they raced the Midwest was here in Monaco. That was Season 2. And Mystic and Cam, who is not racing with us anymore, That was the first 1-2 in Midwest history here in the streets of Monte Carlo in the Renos. And shout out to Cam and Mystic for making that happen. Jacker finished third that race. I want to add that he did finish on the podium. But yeah.
Yeah. So both those guys have a long way to go to try and get back up on the podium here.
That's what we're trying to wrap around to, but got it a little.
Yeah, that's okay. They, I mean, it's all about the pit stop strategies. The undercuts, if you feel like you're quicker than the guy behind or in front of you, undercut, and Ray is pulling off to the side, allowing drivers through. He is not finding the pace that he was hoping for in Division 1 here in his call up for the Mercs in place of Yolmir.
Oh, Edwin is in the pits. I wonder if he got damage off of Mystic or Scorency. My apologies, but going in early and throwing a fresh set of mediums. Have to see how that pays off.
I didn't see a wing change, so I think it might just be an undercut that he's going for. He does come out in a pretty good area here. He's only got one driver up ahead of him, and he's about 10 seconds clear. We see the first penalty from Murph and Selly come out. And yeah, now Edwin's got quite a bit of free space up ahead of him here, and we'll see how his splits look. And as well, if that maybe starts a chain of other drivers coming in for a pit stop.
Yeah, I definitely want to cover over Edwin, but I never know what these guys' tires are on. Some people can ride tires 5 more laps than other guys, so it's all about making the right call at the right time. As Arrow gets loose going into the swimming pool chicane, or my bad, that was into the back. Now through the swimming pool they go.
So no, Edwin did have a very large gap in between himself and JCast, but that seems to have been close quite a bit. Arrow Racing now into the pit, so he's as well going to try and go for an undercut. 1 lap later, so how much does that make the difference here? And will he come out ahead of Edwin? Sorry.
We'll have to wait and find out. Edwin coming through Anthony Nodes now.
Ooh, it's going to be close.
No, he's got that by a mile. Yeah, Arrow does get ahead of Edwin on track.
So now very important here for Arrow is to trying to clear JCast or hope that JCast comes into the pit, because with every turn that he stays behind JCast is just time gained back for Edwin. Oh, we took a little bit of a peek at the hairpin there, but opted out.
I'm on board with Dace right now as he comes through Rascast. Let's see if he dives in the pits. No, he stays out. What will Edgar do? Edgar's going to stay out. What will Ryan Rods do? Will Ryan Rods come in? No, he stays out. What's the strategy call here? Undercut and use.
And I'm sorry, a major dive down the inside line went Arrow Racing, and now he gets overtaken by Edwin as JCast edged him out and caught a little bit of piece of that wing there. I'm not sure if Arrow Racing is missing anything.
Looks to be clean.
Yeah, but that was really got to hurt Arrow Racing. JCast is hard slowing up these guys now, and this undercut that seems so good is just now being absolutely minimalized here. And now Edwin cannot get the overtake on JCast down the pit straight, and we're going to come up the hill, and it's going to ask a lot of Edwin to try and pull a move on JCast, but JCast just puts his car in the middle of the track and makes it so impossibly hard for Edwin to try and get around. And now Troz has actually closed that gap to these drivers here, and now JCast lets all these guys through.
Well, that's an interesting call right there. Not sure if JCast has a vendetta against Arrow, but definitely cost him a spot there. That would definitely cost him later in the race if he can't get past Edwin.
Yeah, that was massive for sure. And there we go. We do see some of that lag from Troz.
Yeah, not sure. A couple guys lagging out of the lobby here. I saw Cake lagged out. I think he got back in.
Ooh, and a hurtful penalty to Arrow Racing as well.
Mitch Burns is in.
Okay, so now Scorency's got 7 seconds of clear air up ahead. Now he's really got to try and close that gap to Impossible Bacon here, but Impossible's looking like he's on a heater right now, and he's putting in some pretty good times. The top 4 drivers to start the race have still yet to pit. Some other drivers behind have opted for different strategies. And now Mitch Burns is going to come out quite a bit behind Aero Racing and Edwin.
Yeah, had a wing change there in the pits, so you have to wonder how many guys are racing with wing damage here after lap 1.
And Jacko's actually caught his teammate here. And I wonder if there's going to be any sort of team orders between these guys or if they're just going to be allowed to race. Jacko does have Will Ans behind.
Yeah, I hope they're in a party together. I'd hope that Scornsy's going to pit this lap and let Jacko have clean air with the mediums.
Impossible Bacon's actually slowly crawling away from Scornsy here, so Scornsy really seems to not have it. And Impossible's actually going to come into the pit.
Just like I thought. Yeah.
Scornsy follows.
Yeah, so, no wing change for Bacon. That's always nice to see. Will there be a wing change for Scornsy? Yes, there is. Maybe that's where the lack of pace was coming through.
Ooh, Will Ans came through turn 1 a little bit too hot, and now he's got Tiger NASCAR draped all over him coming up the hill. Doesn't look like Tiger's going to be able to get through. Will looked like he caught a little bit of that outside wall, but doesn't seem to have any noticeable wing damage.
No, I can't see any as he comes around the hairpin here. Looks to be all right. Scornsy throwing the hards. I kind of like that call. He will not have to stop again. And I think a lot of these medium guys are going to. I'm assuming every medium driver will have to stop again. So, hey, I like the call from the Alpine driver.
So Days comes into the pit. Edgar follows. Ryan Rod stays out. So Ryan Rods has nothing but free track ahead, but he didn't really close the gap much anywho. So I'm not sure how much that's going to help him. Jacko vaults up into third now. Potentially second. No, he's going to stay third. Dace is able to hold on to second. Edgar moves all the way down to 7th. Edgar got such an unfortunate timing coming out of the pit. And now there's four drivers in between. Can I count? 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 drivers in between himself and Dace. And all these 4 drivers are hard battling for position as well, all starting on the mediums.
Wow, what a little train we have here. I'll have to see what comes of it, but Will Ann's up there in P4. Has not stopped yet, but definitely nice seeing him up there after a poor quali from him.
Yeah, this little group here of Jacko, Will, and Tiger all picking up major positions, and Smith Pell, the last of that bunch here, only picking up 6, found himself in a little bit of troubles there exiting turn 11, but just the track was not wide and long enough for Edgar to get through, and he's going to go deep around the final couple turns here, trying to slingshot himself into a potential overtake down to turn 1, but Smith Pell's just got the 8 of the DRS, and that is enough to hold on to 5th place for him.
He can almost clip Ryan Rods coming out of the pits. Will Tex get Ryan Rods too? No. So Ryan Rod's down there in P8.
Yeah, Bacon actually undercut him.
Wow. A good move there from Bacon.
Yeah, so pitting 2 laps earlier for Bacon, having clear air up ahead, has brought him a position and is now he's gonna be very close to Edgar as well. So the strategies are really coming out here. Bacon making the right call, and it's really helping him out. GSR Edgar, unfortunately, maybe could have pitted 1 lap earlier than Dace, as Dace is back into the lead with a big gap behind him, and all those gap behind him still need to pit as well.
Yeah, Dace is in a league of his own here tonight. If I turn the gap to the leader here, let's see what that's looking like. I guess 8.5 seconds to Edgar, and he was about 9 when he pit. So that has not changed at all. I don't know what to say. Dace has got this race on lock right now.
Yeah, as it stands right now, it's about as locked as it can be, and this race isn't even halfway up. But I mean, there's still plenty of laps to go. Like I said, we're not even halfway through. knock on wood, but we haven't even seen a safety car yet. Only one driver is out, and that was off of an unfortunate lag out, and we got lucky where that driver ended up. So, I mean, it's just there's so much potential still left in this race.
Yeah, most definitely. Very fortunate Super Nias winning the runoff there, or that could have been a multi-car, if not the whole field crashing there, as ghosting is off here in Monaco.
Yep. Aero Racing's all over Edwin here. And he's going to be able to get the overtake down into the chicane, moves up a position, a very important overtake for Aero Racing. Finally gets back through Edwin, and now he's got to try and break away at least 3 seconds to try and make that penalty disappear. But another fastest lap there from Dace as he goes into the very low 112s.
Yeah, Tiger clipped the back of Will coming out of the chicane after, or no, my bad. Coming out of the Novell chicane, Will was a little bit slow. So it might see a little bit of a gap here forming between Jacko and Will and the rest of that DRS train.
Oh my god, okay, so we got from 2 all the way down to 9th, all within a half a second. And I think Jacko is completely okay with this.
Yeah, I don't think he is complaining one bit.
No, he is totally fine.
The Dace 11 seconds out there, pulling a gap on Jacko still. So, I mean, what a drive so far from Dace.
Oh yeah, him getting through this pack has just turned out massive, and no one is near him. Jacko is just slowing up the gap. I think he's doing Scornsy major favor here, as Scornsy, these guys that he was competing with are caught up now. And Scornsy is on those hard, so he's going to have to try and go the rest of this race. But if Jacko can go just an unbelievable amount of laps on these mediums, then it'll just help out Scornsy so much when these guys presumably have to pit later on in the race, and Scornsy should be able to just jump back up and get those positions. As he gets one here from Edwin, as I'm assuming Edwin has to come in for a wing change.
Yep, wing change. Yeah, the Australian man, about 2 seconds a lap, 3 seconds a lap to Dace, keeps changing. Holding up the entire field for Mystic, definitely playing the ultimate team player role. Speaking of the island up there that everybody comes from, Dace with a 3 second time penalty. Crash, I believe all your commentators before me have been Australian.
Yeah, so I was actually trying to work on getting Tim Cahill, the former soccer player for Everton, but he declined. I was just going to try and keep the Australian theme going, but I couldn't quite do it. I mean, it was tough going from someone so famous like Static Hazard to a former Division 1 drivers champion in Elma Jacko. I needed to step it up, and I feel like I did, but it's hard to argue with a professional soccer player. It would have been nice, but I didn't even send the message, to be honest. I was just hoping that he would have just knew, but no.
Fair enough.
Ooh, Edgar once again taking a look at Smith-Pell, and Smith-Pell gets a little bit of the wall, but comes back and still holds on to 5th place. Oh my god.
Oh, that's gotta hurt Kate getting lapped here in Monaco by Dace. Definitely throwing the towel and just trying to survive down there in P18.
Now I'm kind of chuckling here a little bit at Aero Racing, as Aero's just probably put in a couple of pretty decent laps, and he's just, oh, what the heck? Oh, I've caught a train. How long is that train?
Very long is that train.
Let's see him coming down into the chicane. All he's going to see is cars. There's so many in this train. Oh my goodness gracious. We have almost half the lobby in this train.
Hey, it's what you like to see. That's what Division 1's all about. We didn't see this last week in Division 4. That was a race that you guys can go back and watch. It was interesting to say the least. As Tex gets a 3 second. Oh, a little bit of stoppage here in Rastas. Ryan Rod slams on the brakes, and not sure if Bacon had an issue. But Tiger NASCAR and past Will Lands going into Santa Pot and at Boca Bosnia.
Yeah, I wish I caught that. That was the second overtake of the open lobby.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Edwin.
Oh, Arrow's going to get a run here in Tex going down to Maribel. Does not sound it.
Oh. Forces Tex into a poor line, but Tex is just able to get back.
Mitch Burns is tagged along now.
Yeah, Mitch Burns is caught up now.
Rosie's caught up, and shooting enough, Scornsy's caught up. I wonder once Scornsy gets into this DRS train, if Jacko pits.
Yeah, true. That's a good call. That's a good call. But I mean, I think I could totally see Jacko just trying to ride these things another 7 laps to try and just make that that final venture on the softs that much lighter.
Yeah, getting a little bit checked up here. Oh my god, through Anthony Note between Edgar and Bacon, and what a move by Edgar to get past Bacon there.
Yeah, that's full track position. These are two drivers that are on virtually the same strategy, differentiated by 1 lap difference on tire. So that's a major overtake for Edgar.
Yeah, and very pretty overtake. I've never seen that Anthony Node's overtake done cleanly. It's usually a little bit of wheel banging, but left him just enough space. So kudos to the past driver.
How not defeating, but how rattling would that be, just to be following someone for so long and then you make a tiny mistake and you just get poached for your spot and you're like, oh my god. Because that was second place that they were battling for once all these drivers ahead pit. Oh, and now Edgar's going down the inside line on Smith, but he completely oversends it through the chicane.
Oh, be careful here. Oh, Bacon's gonna eat him back up. Oh, through to back, going wheel to wheel. And Bacon wisely pulls out. Would have probably DNF'd Bacon, Ryan Rods, and maybe even Tax back there.
But now Edgar's all over the back of Smith Pell. He's got to know with no DRS to Smith Pell, if there's any chance to get it done, it's now. He's going to close that gap. Is he going to shoot it down into turn 1? No, that needs to be like 20 meters longer. And now Smith Pell gets a little bit of oversteer as well through turn 1. But he's able to send it up the hill cleanly and it still holds on to 5th place. Now he's just got to slowly creep his way back into DRS range. As Jacko's like, hey, come on, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard Crash do an accent in 6 seasons in Midwest. Sure, I've only seen him do a shoey once.
No, I have. You got to watch Crash's top 10 crashes.
That's a solid video. It's Rosie and Scornsy battling down through Portier.
Oh, very close. Trozy able to hold on. That would have been a really important overtake for Scornsy there.
Yeah, but Rosie 3 seconds.
Yeah, major penalties as well. Now Scornsy's caught up to this pack now, and 3 out of the 4 drivers up ahead in front of him all have a penalty. 24 seconds separates Dace and Jacko now. They're almost at the point where they're almost at the point where they're on opposite sides of the track. They're getting there.
Dace has complete domination. I'd make a reference, but we probably would get canceled for that. Definitely not similar to anything going on in the world right now. But Dace is kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, okay. Simply put.
Yeah. Arrow does put on a fresh set of softs. It's something I didn't even realize. Ryan Rods is on pretty fresh mediums. Been stuck behind this train for a while. Scornsy is on the same, he's on 2 lap older hards. I don't think these hards are going to come into play like Scornsy's hoping for. Oh, never mind. I thought it said 29.
Sorry, Edwin nearly lost it. I'm not sure if Arrow caught any bit of the back wing, but Edwin did a really good job of saving that. That was really tight, but yeah, go ahead there, Shelly. Finish your thought.
No, I was just... I look confused there, Crash. I look confused. There's a lot going on. Ray getting 6 seconds of penalties. I'm assuming he's going to retire right there in the pits.
Ooh, a big look by Arrow Racing on Edwin here. So he wants to try and get through Edwin as fast as possible. He needs to try and increase that gap because those mediums will definitely take over at one point here.
That's a really early call from Arrow to go on the fresh set of softs, and I don't think I like that call. It's him, Edwin, and Skavnik, and then there's a 22-second gap to the train that he was just in, and only about 5 to 6 of those guys are going to pit. Oh, my apologies. Let's get a counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that call at all.
No, it's still a little early here, but
Oh, Tiger on Jacko. What's going to happen here? Oh my gosh. Oh, Tiger's around. This is bound to happen. Keep it there. Don't move. Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Was there contact there?
Yeah. Jacko definitely squeezed him going into the Novell chicane, and Tiger just clipped that barrier with his rear left. I'm sure that'll probably be looked at by the stewards, but I think it's going to be ruled fall on Tiger NASCAR there, and he'll just have to pick it up and keep going.
Mm.
And pits he goes, wing damage as well. That's unfortunate there for the is this his debut season here in Division 1? I think it is.
It may be. But anywho, if this is your first time here in Midwest F1 League Twitch channel, be sure to shoot us a follow, as well as do !! Socials, I think it is, for all of our socials for like Instagram. And wow, there's some major overtakes going on here. Oh, Scornsy goes deep around the outside and gets Tros.
Wow,
wow, yeah, he ended up getting the job done, and now he's right behind Texas Speech. And he's slowly trying to work his way through the field. Tros is on 20 lap old medium, so those things are about dead at this point.
Yeah, going through Mirabel, Mitch Burns did not care with what you had to say there, Crash. He got past Tex there in a hurry.
No, yeah, absolutely zero fucks were given.
No, zero. Yeah, family friendly, Crash. Family friendly.
Yep. It's one a stream.
No, I got mine still in the bank. We'll see when we pull it out. But
I am allowed to steal. just off of tenure.
All right. That's fair. Veteran clubhouse presence.
Yeah.
33 seconds at this point to Dace. Dace is in a world of his own. Might be lapping. Who's that alpha? Murphy and Stelly pretty soon if he keeps up this pace. I don't want to not show him, but he's not doing anything except kicking ass. That's all you can say. Oh, Scornsy on text.
Yeah, he gets a position on text. So now he moves into a little bit of clean air, and he's going to try and work his way back into that pack up ahead. He's got three seconds to do so. But how long is Jacko going to go on these mediums? I don't think Willie's even attempting to try and get an overtake here.
No, Fernando Alonso in front of him. That's not possible. Widest Alpine you can see in the Wild West.
Yeah, true.
But I think Will's feeling those tires. Tires going off. Went a little wide there before swimming pool. Have to see when he comes in, if he comes in before Jacko.
Yes, every lap you stay on these old mediums is just riskier than the last. Impossible Bacon still tight on the caboose of Edgar coming up the hill, and he really wants to get that overtake. He is sitting in a podium position here. And a very unpredictable podium, if I might add, as it stands. Dace 35 seconds up on the field. I mean, he's just got to keep it clean and bring it home at this point. He might not even... He has a free pit stop entirely.
He has 2 free pit stops, I think, Crash.
Yeah.
He can, at this point, coast. I mean, I'd start coasting if I was him. 36-second gap. My apologies. And ever growing. This will be worse than the Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead in 2016.
He's actually closing up the gap. You could hear him going up the hill there above. He is completely on the other side of the track to this group here. Jacko is just being an absolute wrench in everyone's cog for this race.
A menace to society. Scornsy is now within just over a second. So, I mean, if this was the plan all along from the Alpine team, it has been executed to perfection.
Yeah, totally. I mean, these mediums will definitely start falling off before Scornsy's hards do. And, I mean, really, how how warm can Scornsy keeps these hards? Because we know how finicky hards can be.
Yeah, it comes down to tire pressures and what he has them set up to. We'll have to ask him if he gets in here, but at this point, he's still got to. You got to overtake Ryan Rods, in my opinion, to have a chance. Very slow to the hairpin there from everybody. Not sure what happened. There's a yellow flag.
I think that was Tro's, but he seems to be fine.
He's still checking on. Yeah. All right, we'll be all right.
Oh, we're getting a little bit of rain.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, we're getting rain. Wow.
Oh.
This is gonna get real dangerous real quick. We have a lot of drivers on some well-worn mediums. Over a majority of the grid has almost like over 3/4 of the grid. All of their tires are above 10 laps old, and we get rain. Wow.
Yeah, maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe that was Jacko's plan. Stay out till the rain hit on mediums, and keep her going. Tex is in, throws in a fresh set of mediums, and he's gonna not be happy when the rain starts coming down a little more. That's gonna waste a couple positions there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Ryan Rod's right on the back of Bacon, but Bacon feeling the pressure and not shivering from it at all. Scavney's on 26 lap old and just hard, so we can kind of, grasp how long these can go. Tiger NASCAR is first one to go to the inters.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that delta down there, and I'll let you know what's going on with that. Here's rain and Monaco Crash. We come back after our season off, and Monaco proves why it should be a staple every season. So
yeah, this definitely changes things. And how much is it going to rain, though?
It's definitely starting to come down on that back half of the track as we go through Anthony Nodes with Jacko. See if he comes in. He likes to stay out. So,
is anyone? Okay, everyone in that train opts to stay out.
Yeah, my deltas are messed up at this point, which is awesome.
But, yeah, I know. It would be nice to know.
Yeah, I was definitely trying to keep an eye on Tiger down there, but to wait and see. Actually, I can look at his times in racetrack,
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what it's like on his first full lap here, but the rain is... It doesn't look like it's getting crazy yet. The track seems to be fairly dry still.
Dace
is in.
Enters. And just in the collar, there's wing damage too.
Ooh, who's that yellow flag?
Oh, that's Ray crowding the hairpin. Oh, he's in the middle of the track, and Arrow. Yeah, okay. Goodbye, guys. There you go. Yeah, his wing's gone.
Okay, JCast throws on a fresh set of inters as well. Bacon picks up, a detrimental 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see here.
Not at all. And I think we're going to start seeing some pit stops here. I think the track is getting wetter. Jacko comes in. Okay, so we're just going to get an absolute flood of pits in here now.
Oh, no, they're going to double stack at Alpine.
Should be fine. Well, I'm on board with Mystic here. Yeah, he was out of the way.
Oh, he's getting held a little bit.
He did. Oh no, I think it was just a glitch. He's at the end of the pit lane now.
Oh, this should be interesting. Everything on Inters and Matt Rosie. Oh, Cloud Santavat. Oh, he's out.
Oh.
Oh, is that going to be a safety car, or is Monaco going to have fun with no safety cars again?
There's a big gap between him and the next driver, so we'll see. Smith Pell is on fresh softs. That's got to be a mistake.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate there. But Jacko is sitting P2 after this pit train. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I want to point out that did not qualify in the top 10. I would believe it was P14. and he is in P2, and a net P2. This is not on penalties. This is straight up on track, and he's put off the master strategy here in Monaco today.
Well, him as well as Will Ans too, and Smith Pell would be right there, but unfortunately Smith Pell got the just dreadful luck of accidentally going to the softs, and he's losing major time and positions.
Oh, and Scornsy, he's fighting with a soft guy, and Ryan Rodgers is right in front of him. He's not going to be happy.
But you know what? This isn't the worst, because he's only one position back of his championship rival, Ryan Rods.
Most definitely, yeah. Damage control today, as he had a poor qualifying. Kind of a shocking race from Ryan Rods, in my opinion. Qualified in the top 3, and has to drop back. Hasn't seemed to have the pace all race. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Jacko and Williams have pulled off a master strategy.
Yeah,
it's just jumped everybody except Dace. Dace has been Dace has been like Ericsson Senna. Because Ericsson Senna has 6 wins here in Monaco, the most of anybody in Formula 1. 5 poles with those 6 wins. So definitely knew the streets of Monte Carlo back in the day when it had like a jump after the Nouvelle chicane, if I remember. Not a jump, but it was a raised surface.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But... Oh, Williams is not having a fun time.
No, and he's got Edgar right behind him as well.
Edgar might...
Ooh. Shoves him a little bit there.
Yeah, is that wing damage? We can't see it. It wouldn't surprise me if there is, though.
So now, Will is sitting 3rd right now, but... Oh, yellow flag in Sector 2. Looks like that's Ray allowing drivers through. Yeah, Will is 3rd right now. He was absolutely draped all over the back of Jacko for the entire race, and it looks like he's going to catch back up to him here. Now, how aggressive do you think Will may be going for 2nd, knowing that Edgar is just in behind, waiting for a mistake as well?
I mean, take it back to the Tiger NASCAR incident, trying to overtake out of the tunnel and down to the Nouvelle chicane, and Jacko left him just enough room not to crash him out, but Tiger couldn't take a good line through there and spun himself out. As a result, I think Will is gonna be confident with a P3 here tonight, especially with the poor season he's had, the poor start to the season. I just hope for a penalty, as the rain might have Jacko make a couple mistakes they wouldn't have made in the dry.
Yeah, and especially the shortened season, all these points mean so much.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. 9 race calendar, or 9 weekend calendar.
You know what? We didn't get into the North Pole question at all there, Shell. I think we got a moment to do so. It doesn't look like everything's settled on track for a moment here. But now my North Pole question was, are chicken burgers overrated or underrated? What says you on that, Shelly?
What do you mean by chicken burger? I don't think I've ever had one.
A chicken burger? You never had a chicken burger? Like a buffalo chicken burger?
It's like a buffalo chicken sandwich, no?
I mean, yeah, but it's in like a burger form. Like a buffalo chicken sandwich in between like 2 white like Dempster's bread, like that's a sandwich. But like
Ryan Rods, 3 seconds.
That's major.
Yeah, that is major. That's cake, I believe. No. Yes.
Yes, it was cake.
Do you mean like I'm talking about if you have a brochet bun, you put a piece of fried chicken in between it, or grilled chicken, however you're feeling that day. Is that a chicken burger? Is that what you're considering, or is this like a burger, like kind of like the chicken fries that Burger King had, kind of thing, or is this like, I don't know, what are we on here?
It's just like a proper burger, but you substitute out the burger with a fried patty of chicken.
And that's a chicken sandwich, Crash. That ain't a chicken burger.
How is that not a chicken burger? If that's your argument that doesn't make it into a burger, then no burger is a burger, and they're all sandwiches.
Hey, tomato. All right, I'm just coming here from a Yinzer point of perspective. I put fries in all my sandwiches. All right. If it's putting chicken on anything, it's underrated because chicken is the most underrated meat out there. It works with anything.
But as well as I feel like it's overrated.
I think you call it. I think if you call it a chicken burger from Chick-fil-A, it'll be overrated. Definitely, people love that place here.
Yeah, I never had the pleasure. You know,
Yeah,
I do like me some Sonic.
some Sonic. It's gone down here in the States a little bit.
Has it? Oh, that's not good to hear. I love Sonic.
Yeah,
whenever I'd go down.
Every small town has the local rundown Sonic.
That's
I think it's a bigger thing down south than it is up north. They still have the good drinks though. They still got good drinks.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I always liked me getting Sonic when I was down in the States, but now there's just so many new fast food chains. Like it's just, I feel like we've gone over like waves of like new fast food chains and them coming in and being popular and them slowly falling out. Like you remember how big Five Guys was?
Very big.
Yeah, it was huge. Now it's just another burger place that just isn't as popular anymore.
I mean, it's alright.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's alright. It's just another place. It's not new anymore. It's not whoa. Chicken burgers beat hamburgers all day. I could a buffalo chicken burger from Fat Burger or Buffalo Wild Wings. They're like they're the same thing here.
Hold on.
Good.
I gotta look this up because I want to get a nice visual of what you're talking about here.
Oh, buffalo chicken burger, so good, man. Oh, just to die for.
Kind of like Matt Rosie and Santa Bot tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is different. I understand now. But it says chicken sandwiches. It says Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich. It is a chicken sandwich.
No, they don't know what they're selling then.
That should have been the big crash. Is it a chicken sandwich or a chicken burger? It's a chicken sandwich.
Okay, well that can be next week's.
Damn straight next week because I'm beef with you until we figure this out.
No, I don't understand. How about this? Is just a burrito with beef and cheese a burrito?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I think so too. I got in a very long debate with my friends over this. I was not having it.
What else is it?
They were saying it's just a taco. He says, "Oh, burritos need lettuce and sour cream and salsa and rice and beans to make a burrito."
With fries now, it's happening.
I'm like, it's a burrito is just a big taco that was rolled up.
No. Here's how I look at it. A burrito is a wrap. All right.
Yeah. Will Ann's nearly lost it again there. We're on lap 36. Dace is slowly. No, I don't think he'll be able to. He is completely on the other side of the field, or on the other side of the track. But I don't think we're gonna see a lap of 1 to 2.
Yeah, I do not think so. Back to my thought of my burrito thing. It's a wrap. Wrap is a burrito. A taco, you have to have the top half open to be a taco.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree on that. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, you can turn a burrito into a taco, but if it's closed, it's a burrito. If it's open, it's a taco. That's how I look at it.
Oh, you know what are freaking so good too are chimichangas. Oh, those things are freaking delicious.
I've had my fair share of freezer chimichangas, and I have to.
Oh yeah, same.
Enjoy with them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good.
A nice snack. Whenever you can't find something in the old fridge, open the freezer. You got a chimichanga. Pretty.
And taquitos, just crush taquitos.
I've never had taquitos. I haven't thought about buying them. But...
Oh, taquitos, you gotta give them a go, man. They're so nice. 7-Eleven. Oh my God, 7-Eleven taquitos used to be so good. They've kind of gone downhill a little bit. They stopped carrying. But those used to be amazing.
I'll have to give them a try. I'll tell you that much. Mystic almost just lost it out of 5. That's massive. No, that's Casino score.
Yeah, so with that penalty to Ryan Rods, Mystic Joker's goal now is just stay within 3 seconds of Ryan Rods, and you, after what seems to be an overall poor race, is going to wind up with him netting 3 positions off of a poor qualifying start. Him finishing ahead of the driver closest to him in the Drivers' Championship. Major aid from his teammate in doing so, but overall, after at the end of the day, it'll be a good race for Mystic or Scornsy there.
Yeah, the only other thing I had a question about this race is what we're going to ask Jacko and Will Ans in the interview room. Both made an interesting strategy call, and we'll have to see what they have to say about it.
Oh yeah, it's coming down to it here. We're on lap 38. Dace is already halfway through it on the other side of the track, and Jacko just started it. Now nearly 4 seconds up on Will. I think Will might have some sort of underlying wing damage here.
Not sure there. Samantha notes Edgar got pretty close to maybe trying an overtake, but I thought Bedover tucks back in for another lap.
Yeah. I mean, as well, Enchilada. Enchilada's so good, too.
X is dropping through to back. I'm not sure what happened to him.
Oh, and Scornsy's actually going to go at Ryan Rod's here, but Ryan Rod's hard shuts the door and catches a little bit of Scornsy's front and left tire on the way through.
Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean.
Yeah. Ryan Rods was not having any of that.
Yeah, not sure what the goal there was from Scornsy. Maybe, my apologies. It would be 2 places back for Ryan Rodson. So
that would have been major salt in the wounds doing that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, hey, you can always have a brake failure. Just saying. But don't do that. Don't do that. But Dace has started the last lap as he comes to the hairpin, which is, I mean, he's been in a league of his own tonight. That is just incredible.
Oh, yeah, completely agree.
Yeah, Jack was separated from Will, and Will's just going to try and fend off Edgar and Ryan Rods at this point.
This is looking to be Dace's first ever win in Division 1 as well.
Yeah, don't be jinxing it. He's got a couple more corners to go. It goes through the no-go chicane for the last time.
Very true, very true. He's just going to take it easy. Knows he's just got to get it over the line here. But the Ferrari man doing what Charles Leclerc could not do in his home Grand Prix, coming over with second place in qualifying and then just blowing away the rest of the field. Finishes up the final area where he could potentially lose it, and he will come over the line for the win. Dace led from turn 1 to turn however many that is and takes the win. Elma Jacko, just an unbelievable strategy here. Pays off and then some in the end, with J-Cast and Edwin swapping some places there after the penalties were given out. Mitch Burns with a penalty, and we're still going to see a little bit of position changes. Edgar's still draped on the back of Will Ans. We could potentially see some sort of crazy attempt in the last couple of turns here from Edgar. But it looks like Will Ans is just ahead enough, and Edgar's just going to miss out on that podium. But we see Jacko come over the line with a very impressive second place. Will Ans as well with just as impressive of a third place. Like we said earlier, Scornsy will jump up ahead of Ryan Rods. Mitch Burns in 7th. Impossible Bacon with an unfortunate 8th after such a good race. Aero Racing looking like he's going to come 9th, with Smith Pell getting a pretty good top 10 for his race there. Could have been a lot better, and I feel like he knows that it could have been a lot better. But we'll get the top 3 in for sure. But who are we feeling for the other driver to be interviewed there? Who are you thinking, Shelly?
Crash, I might, piss some people off with this, but if I had to pick one, it would have been Jacko or Will Ans. Everybody else kind of stayed in their own lane. I mean, we could get Mystic in here. Mystic, I think, was the only other shout that I think would give us a good interview. Definitely had an interesting race down there. So if you want to get Mystic in there too, go ahead. But I think Dace, Jacko, and Will are a pretty good podium to have in here.
Yeah, I think so. We'll get the podium for sure.
You want me to run through the order?
You go ahead. I'll work on getting these guys in for the interview.
Boom, bang, bop. This has been the 5th race here in Monaco, and a different winner from Jacko or Kit, that if you know, and Mystic. Dace wins the Monaco Grand Prix by a large margin of about 40 seconds, followed by Elma Jacko in P2 and Will Ans in P3, pulling off a masterclass on the strategies. Edgar Scornsy, Ryan Rods, who got that unfortunate penalty late, Mitch Burns, Bacon, Arrow, and Smith Powell round out your top 10. Unfortunately, Bacon can't improve from his highs to finish here. P8 again in Monaco. Tiger NASCAR in P11, followed by Sky Avenue, EDA, Murph and Sally, Texas Space, JCast, GSR, Edwin, Cake, Thomas, Ray, Trozy, DNF 1019, and Super DNS with an interesting wag out session down there in P20.
So, Dace almost lapped half of the field. Wow. And he was almost on his way of lapping Tiger NASCAR, which would have been half of the field.
Oh, what a race, Crash. What a race.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I was not ready for that. Did you see that someone made a Crash Shoey emote too? I thought that was hilarious. Oh, bye-bye. Matt Rosie saying, "Let's never do this track again." It's what makes Midwest, guys. Come on. Get over it. Oh. I didn't know I was still muted in Discord there, Shelly. My bad.
I didn't know when to wake you up or not. Crash, do the cursing, do the carry over week to week, or is it a one-time thing? Because I could put mine in the bank, you know.
Oh, you're gonna bank yours. Well, it's gonna have an interest rate of about, we'll be generous, 0.1. So 10%.
0.1 Sim Racer coin, is that the official sponsor?
Yeah, so you can bank that one, and we'll put it at a 10% interest, which is very generous nowadays. So in 10 races time, you will have another one.
Look at that. It'll be next season.
And it is the interest on the initial deposit, not a interest off of growing deposit. So it will just be the interest off the one. So, yeah.
You know what, fair enough.
Yeah, so like if it was like variable or something, like if we just kept interesting every week what it was at that point, then you would get it sooner, but then it's just we can't do that. If we do that for you, then we have to do that for everyone, so so.
Shout out Craft, thank.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, anytime. Oh my goodness gracious. We're just waiting on Mystic here for the interviews, and we'll get right into it. You know what? Let's just he'll join in when he's ready. And I'll drag
him in here.
Hello, Dace. Mic check. Unmute Mr. Dace. Give us a mic check.
Of course, we're waiting on the fish.
You what?
We're waiting on the fish, of course.
The fish.
Yeah, he's
Dace is a type of fish.
He's what?
Look up the word dace. Dace. It's a fish.
How do we not know this? Come on.
It's a fish. A dace.
Do your research.
Dace fish.
Common dace, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Common dace.
Common dace.
Where is it native to?
I don't know. I've caught them, so I know they're from here.
Everything's in the UK.
Unfortunately, I couldn't catch a dace in the water today.
Man was swimming away from us.
He was, bro, and he can't even swim. That's a funny thing. Do you believe Dace can't swim, guys? That's a fun Midwest fact actually for the broadcast.
Man needs water wings. I mean water gills.
You're up.
What
What has happened?
Yeah,
This is too much.
it's a European fish.
Mm.
So that's why
Figures.
I've never heard of it.
Is this not how interviews usually go, Shelly? This is like pick content.
Dude, I was asking,
Like-
I forget what week, I was asking people what their favorite type of fish was to eat. I mean, hey, what's your guys' favorite type of fish to eat since we're on the fish topic?
Dace says he can't hear anybody in the broadcast channel.
It's a fish, you can't hear.
Days, can you hear us? Days? Oi, fish.
Dace!
There we go.
So here we go. 1 second. The common dace is native to Europe and northern Asia, where it occurs in basins of the North Sea, Baltic Sea, White
the
Sea,
first thing.
and Barents Sea. We're not done yet. It also occurs in the Basin Sea of the Caspian Sea, in the drainage systems of the Volga and Ural rivers, and in the Black Sea basin is found in the Danube and Dnieper. In France, it occurs in the Seine River drainage and the drainage of Rhone and Arc, which flow into the Mediterranean. A dace. Oh, you should have just said that. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't make it very clear, to be fair.
No, yeah, I've never heard of a dace fish.
We didn't specify the name and say that it's a fish or anything.
No, that's true. That's true.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you
Fair
didn't.
enough.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
Thanks
going
for
on?
that. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, Dace, your gills are working. Willans, I can hear you. Jacko, you said something. Scornsy, can you just give us a mic check quick?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you. All right. On to the just incredible race by Dace. Like, oh my goodness gracious. I will never think of your name the same, by the way. But, anywho. What overtook you today? I mean, you got a little bit of luck with the way the pack settled, but, I mean, you had a quite an impressive qualifying going second. And then you just absolutely ran away with it after you overtook it in turn one. I mean, we'll start with qualifying. How were you, like, over the moon with your qualifying pace, or did you feel like you left a little more in it?
I had done about the same in practice earlier this week, and then about a tenth slower with Bacon and Will beforehand. So I knew I had it in me. I think that was like the best lap I could have gotten, so I was pretty happy with it for sure.
And then off of the race start, going into turn one, you get the lead in the race. What was your thought from that point on? Obviously not to let anything go, but you were just breaking away right when it started. Like, how many lines did you do beforehand?
I was really surprised. When we did a practice race before the official race, Edwin or Edgar, I can't remember which one, he was rapid, so he was just running off and leaving everyone. So actually my goal from the start was just to get behind him and not get passed. So once I passed him, and I was like, well, let's go. Push as hard as we can and see if we can make a gap here.
Yeah, we've seen it before in Midwest, where just kind of like throwing caution to the wind and then just going balls out the entire race is worked out in the end. But like, at what point did you at all feel like, I mean, you had to have, where you could just let off and just bring it home?
Probably, I would say 5 or so laps before the rain started. I think I had over a 30-second gap, so I knew even if something happened to me that I could still probably pit and win the race. When I came out in front of Jacko and he kept all the guys behind him, I pretty much knew it was locked in at that point as long as I kept it on track.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we saw as well. But Shelly, why don't you go ahead?
Dace led the entire race from start to finish. Actually, I did the math. You had a total of 740 corners tonight.
Jesus.
Yeah. Did you ever feel any pressure from anybody? I mean, I have to think the answer is no. But I mean, did that ever come across your mind?
The first couple laps, yes. And then I think as soon as I got to about a second and a half, I stopped pushing really. I honestly, from lap 5 on to the rest of the race, I had at least 3 or 4 tenths in the bag per lap that I was just keeping. But yeah, the guys in the chat were actually very supportive today, which is rare. Usually it's just an endless shit talking session.
Shelly, he just took your swear.
Calm, stay calm, stay calm.
Uh-oh.
5th, 6th, 14th, and 10th are your finishes so far this season. That's in order as well. What do you think led to the domination tonight here in Monaco? I mean, you think we can see this out of you again?
I think definitely podiums are. I felt like since I've gotten into D1, I've underperformed, and I've, I think, either messed up or had podiums taken away from me. So I think you could definitely see me on the podium again. But maybe a dominant win like this is a little a little above my talent level.
Maybe a little overdue as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Definitely.
Well,
definitely.
just the win or the podium at least is. I feel like it was overdue for you.
Is that the largest win in Midwest history?
It's got to be up there. I mean, like
least
maybe
it's
going down to the
one.
other divisions when some of the super quick drivers were trapped down there.
Yeah,
But
but like for Div 1, I think, quite possibly.
yeah, for Div 1, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, just slow will. Anyways, great race tonight, Dace. I'll kick it back to Crash. He probably doesn't have anything else to say to you, but I mean, you kicked everybody's ass, so congrats.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's
man.
great. I almost didn't race today because I'm all doped up on cold medicine. So I'm glad I did.
Oh, new strategy heading into future races.
Yep,
Yeah,
just drink a
just
bunch
get
of cups
sick.
there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll
Thanks,
save
guys.
that. We'll save that voice then. Very well done, Dace. Well, hopefully we'll talk to you in the future, man.
Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Yep.
But on to Jacko back in the booth for his seasonally visit with me. But you had like the peak strategy of the session. We'll just get through qualifying and we'll just go right into first. Was that your intent from the beginning? Like, did the rain time about as perfectly as it could for you?
Well, it did, yeah. It could have been a bit earlier, to be honest. My mediums were pretty dead, particularly the front left. But I didn't actually think it was going to rain. When we looked at the screen that told us the weather at the start, we thought it was going to come a bit too late to matter. But, you know, it worked out really well, and I was always going to start on the mediums if I was outside of the top 10, which a PB would have only put me like 9th anyway, so it was better for me to start outside the top 10 and just not hit anything in the first first stint. And I mean, I broke 4 wings in qualifying, so it wasn't a good omen. But then didn't hit any walls in the race, so yeah, it was fine. And indeed, I was in communication with all the guys who were in this party now. So you know, we were all pretty happy with how it worked out, particularly Will and I for the strategy, and Dace obviously coming out just in front was key for his race. If he'd have come out behind 1 or 2 of us, then could have been a bit different. But I mean, I'm happy. There's, based on pace, there's no way I should have been this high. But based on not hitting anything and having the right strategy, it worked out.
And it just being Monaco.
Exactly. Did a bit of a C Barry, if you remember that, back to season 2.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was next level though. You almost had the largest train in a single race without it being caused from safety car or anything, like ever. At one point, I think there was like 11 people behind you.
Yeah.
I was definitely holding up the pack. Will could have gone a lot faster, for example, but I was giving the walls so much distance that I wasn't trying to go fast. That wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, for sure. So what percentage were your mediums at when you came in?
By 60 something for the front left, but it was more the heat. Even though it was starting to rain, like when you get low tread on those, the heat just killed the fronts. So I was struggling to take right-handers, which is most of the corners. But it wasn't that much of an issue because Will still had to deal with pressure from behind as well, so he had to look in both directions.
Yeah, true enough. I mean that was just an unbelievable race from you, man. But I'll kick it over to Shelly quick here.
Yeah, how you doing, Jacko? This is your second top 2 in Midwest in Monaco. You did win season 3, or season 2. My
Season
fault.
2. Yeah.
You know, season. Hey, it's on the sheet. You remember more than I do. Did you ever feel any pressure from Will tonight on those enters, or not on the enters, on the mediums? My apologies.
I mean, there's always a little bit, but I tend not to feel it because you just know that there's nowhere to pass.
Yeah.
Even the DRS, I was deploying there a little bit, 5-10% per lap. It just wasn't an issue. He got close a couple of times when I went deep at Raskas, but even then, I needed to make a bigger mistake for him to have an opportunity, really. And he was also being, pretty respectful of the rear of my car. He knew that he was on for a good result as well, and that worked out for both of us.
Yeah, maybe another track would have warranted like harder pressure from him, but yeah, with it.
Oh, for sure. Any other track, there would have been probably a DRS pass or some other form of pass available to him.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry for cutting in there, Shelly. Go ahead.
No, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, I was talking you up, Jack. I talked you up in a MOA. I said you have a good shot this season to win the championship, and well, you finally showed everybody what I was talking about. So I appreciate that. I don't look like a dumbass. I'll kick it back to Crash though. Congrats on the P2, and I hope to see you up here more.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just finish it with this: chicken burger or normal burger?
Chicken sandwich, dude. It's a chicken sandwich.
What the hell?
Chicken burger, it's not chicken sandwich.
I know.
It's a
He's,
chicken sandwich.
he's going off on that.
I'd just have the chicken without, honestly. I don't particularly like burgers. That might be controversial.
Not even a chicken burger?
Oh,
Chicken
I like bread, I like chicken, but together, not really.
Like
Eat
a
chicken
buffalo-
sandwich. Chicken sandwich is better.
Like a buffalo chicken burger?
Nah, separate.
Oh, okay.
One for lunch, one for dinner.
Okay, well, fair enough. Hey.
You're turning
Teach-
down a buffalo chicken sandwich, bro?
Yeah,
What?
I don't get that. I don't get. They're weird. They're weird
Nah,
down
dude.
there.
I had to unmute myself for that. Wow.
Okay, well, we'll leave you as the most hated man in the lobby then, Jacko. Thanks.
Hey, nothing changes.
Thanks for coming in again, man. Good to hear from you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, on to Will. So Will taught me something new today about a dace is a fish. So that's something to start with.
Even though the guy can't swim, it's kind of wild.
Yeah. I did look, and they are on the you're allowed to overfish them because there's so many of them in the world. So just so you know.
He is a pest, yeah.
Yeah, we're allowed to take out dace if we want. But anywho, that was a great race from you too. I mean, like, was that your strategy from all along, or did you just kind of piggyback off of what Jacko was doing?
No, that was the plan from the start. Was hope for rain at the end and start on the mediums and try and take them to the end. I'm kind of glad that I messed up in qualifying and DNF'd. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have finished anywhere near as high.
Yeah. Okay. So we were kind of we weren't calling you out, but we were saying that how you're one of the guys in the back of the pack that is feels like he could be higher up the order. Like, do you feel the same?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've just had really bad luck this season, though. I think DNF'd in the first race, and then I think it was Mitch Burns dive bombed from 7 cars back in Austria and put me off. But we're still early in the season, so hopefully this gets it back on track.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any result that will do it, it's definitely a podium to pop the cherry. But yeah, well, over to you there, Shelly.
Yes, sorry, I was starting to riot there in the questions chat. I got 5 people saying it's a chicken sandwich, Crash, so I think we're in the wrong here.
No, you have 5 people
6
that are
people.
also wrong.
6 people.
You have 5 people, the majority of which are probably American.
Yeah, a quote from Robert Yates. Who the fuck calls it a chicken burger? Thank you, Robert Yates. Greatest name in Midwest F1. Will Lance, P3 for you. Kind of a poor start to the season. What do you think led to tonight's great success?
Great success.
Yep, thank you.
Messing up qualifying and then looking into weather.
Yep.
And just driving consistently. I mean, it could have been P2, but I didn't want to risk a move on Jacko. I was like 2 or 3 seconds a lap, probably quicker than him, especially at the start. I was just trying not to hit into the rear of him, but I just didn't want to risk it. Especially with having a history of crashing with Jacko, I thought I'll just chill out for this one.
Yeah, he is nicknamed Helmet Jackoff for a reason. Yeah,
that's what the L. That's why it's L. That's why he came second. He just takes L.
Mate, I had to unmute for this. What the damn hell?
Wait, what the damn hell, mate?
The disrespect is unreal.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I've lost my composure. I'll kick it back to Crash.
You've
Okay,
lost
Crash.
the interview as well. Okay.
All right. Thank you, boys.
All right. Okay. So, Will, now we're going into we're almost entering the back half of the season here. Oilers scored, by the way. Go Oilers. Now,
Lol.
going into the next couple of sprint races here, you've got quite a bit of points up for grabs. How awkward is that USA Coda one?
I mean, everything has the potential to just be an absolute nightmare. So I'm just gonna try and be consistent and not mess up any of the races. Not DNFing with a point structure in Midwest. Just not DNFing is worth so much more than taking a risk to get an extra few positions. So
yeah, it definitely makes you
All
need
vibes.
to avoid the rage quitting.
True.
Yes. Oh, who do you got for the Champions League final?
I reckon Liverpool. But
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
So,
Yeah.
upset.
You didn't have to say that, but you did, so thank you. But all right, Will. Well, I guess we'll
I
leave
mean,
you be, man.
that means
It's-
Real Madrid will win. I've glitched it. I've fucking jinxed it.
No, they can't win. But anywho, thank you for coming in. Best of luck in the future. Hopefully we can hear you before the end of the season. And if not, best of luck in the new game.
Thank you very much.
No worries, no worries. Okay, Mystic. So, not gonna lie, I was a little surprised that you kind of found your way into this interview, as the way that everything was going. But I mean,
Well, I am too. I don't even know why. Yeah.
Well, man, you're here because you had quite the interesting race. I mean, starting with qualifying, what happened there, man? Like I saw you got blocked a couple times. Things just not go your way.
Yeah, nothing seemed to be working out, unfortunately. This is one of those things with me around Monaco. It's either like just great performance and pace overall, or nightmare. And so, fortunately, I guess it was nightmare time. So yeah, I mean, Quali unfortunately just couldn't hook it up, and then the final attempt that I had, it wasn't gonna be an amazing lap or anything like that. Definitely not pole, not even front row, but probably would have moved up to like P4 if I would have nailed that last section. And then yeah, unfortunately, it just got up to some traffic, and yeah. But yeah, the start of the race, I was able to get a really good launch. And I wanted to get around Bacon, but I just couldn't. I was boxed in. I believe it was Matt that was ahead of me. That yeah, I just had nowhere to go. So yeah.
I mean, we brought you in here because you kept your nose to the grindstone, and you just kept fighting, and ended up getting a good overall result for you, championship wise, finishing ahead of Ryan Rods. I mean, how big is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately that's the goal. First and foremost, I want to say massive congratulations to Dace on a very impressive and commanding race win, and massive hats off to him for that. One hell of a drive just overall. And then also, to the rest of the podium, and then also Jacko as well, good stuff from him. Great finish, really good team finish overall. So happy for that. And yeah, I mean, one hell of a race to I had ended up getting damaged pretty early on, unfortunately, so I had a wing change, and then I did not even mean to go onto the hards. I swear I had set it to mediums, everything. They even asked me like if I wanted to change the strat, and I confirmed mediums, and they still put me onto the hards. And oh my god, man, when I went into the pits and I seen that they had the hards, I shouted. I was like, "No, are you kidding me?" But yeah,
Oh my
the
god.
roller
I
coaster.
I didn't even know that. That's so
Yeah, no,
was it the
I
worst
wasn't a
thing that
fan.
happened in the
I was
end then?
pushing like crazy just to. I think it was Mitch. I think that was who got me in the pits because I had the wing change, and
Mhm.
he obviously came out onto the with the mediums, and man, I was pushing like hell just to try to catch up to him. But then, luckily, that whole train happened, and then I was able to slowly work my way up and catch everybody, and then pit with them.
So there is no team orders in that for Jacko's strategy to because it helped you out so much.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't necessarily discuss it, but it was it just kind of happened, I mean, he was mindful of it, and he obviously was focusing on his race and strategy that he was going for, waiting out till the rain and all that. Um, so yeah, I mean, ultimately, just good teamwork, just in general like that. But I mean, what else would you expect from two great champions, you know?
Okay. Okay. To bite my tongue,
Did he lie?
I'll send it to Shelly.
Yeah, what's up, Mystic? Or Scorenzy, whatever you go by now. You've been on the podium, I think, every time we've talked to you here in Division 1. How big of a role did Jacko's massive rear end play tonight?
Wait, can you say that again?
So, you know how Fernando Alonso helped us? Yeah, so that's what I'm referring to. He held up the field for a while. How much did that play into to your finish tonight?
Oh, it was massive, massive, massive. I mean, like I said, I was just trying to like drive like a madman just to catch back up to Mitch and hope that once his tires would, slowly drop off. But even then, the mediums, I mean, still feel great if you know how to keep them well or whatever. So that would have been tough. But yeah, once that train formed up and all that, and everybody got held up. Yeah, I mean, it helped me out massively. Otherwise, I honestly don't even know where I would have finished. That along with catching up when I did to that train, and then obviously being there when everyone pitted, that was huge. So that helped out massively. Otherwise, yeah, it was gonna look like a rough day.
Oh, yeah,
But
on the points finish and the good team result for Alpine. I'll kick it back to Crash as he steals all my questions. Back to you, Crash, my asshole.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, not much left to be said there for you, Mystic. Just a great result in the end for you with how this went, and I don't think you would have traded that for anything with how you felt all of this negative things kind of lined up for you. So well done there, and best of luck the rest of the season. Ooh.
yeah, thanks, appreciate it, and massive congratulations to the podium again, and thank you.
No worries, no worries. Okay, well, if there's anything left to be said, say it now, because Shelly and I are going to jump back into the other room there.
You still Crash.
Yeah. I'm going to kick you.
Crash, you suck.
I'm gonna kick, remove. How do I remove?
Wait,
Bye-bye. Got rid of it.
When did Bobber Yates get here?
I'm chiming in.
Bobber Yates and
No, that conversation can't be had.
I'm chiming in.
No. Bye, Bobbert. Bye,
You will not
Bobbert.
be silenced.
You again, Scorenzy. You're
I will
gone,
not
dude.
be silent.
Well, that's messed up. That's mean.
What, booting you? He said
Anyway,
I suck.
Anyway, bye.
That was warranted.
Bye, Bobber. Great
Okay.
best name in the Midwest, the point right there, Bobber Yates.
All right. You a bitch, Crash. Now you got Mother Ellie coming at me. Wow. You've changed, Mother Ellie. You've changed. Bye, Jacko.
See ya. Thanks again.
All right.
What happened here? What happened here? I'm very confused.
Freaking Mother Ellie's calling me a bitch in chat. This is just, it's going to
Hey,
shit.
Mother. I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna. I just. I'll hold my peace until next week.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, I guess that brings it into the stream there, Shelly. I mean, it was a pretty fun one, absolutely crazy one. Monaco did not disappoint. A lot of people hate it, but it produced some quality content, and that's why we show up here. That is why we come here, Shelly.
Yeah, Super Nina gave us a nice ride early on.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. But hey, it was a fun one, Crash. I'll let you close it out here.
Sounds good, man. Thank you again for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. Love the added input that you bring from race to race. But I think that is about it. It's time for me to finish the rest of this Oilers game and watch them knock out the Flames. So wish them luck if you're a Flames fan.
4-4. Big game.
But yeah, that is about it for us here in the Midwest F1 League. Thank you very much for tuning in here on your Thursday, spending some time hanging out with Shelly and I, and hope you have a good rest of your week. And it is the weekend for me starting now, so that's good. Hopefully we'll see you back in Division 2 next week for the sprint races in Portimao and Coda. But as per usual, I have been Crash McQueen. I've been once again joined by my... Oh, God, I'm not even going to...